Hello and welcome to Facebook Live, REI Wealth Wealth Coach. We hope that you're going to enjoy the minutes with us and the information we'll share with you. I've been in the real estate business for better than 30 years and been investing since the beginning. I believe over the years we've accumulated a great wealth of experience and relationships that we can now harness and share with you in a way that will also make you a profitable real estate investor. And I believe, for the most part, that's what we want to do, make profits from real estate investing. I'm going to share with you today a few tips from the programs that we offer having to do with how to find properties that you can invest in. The ABC, we talk about abandoned properties, we talk about properties in bankruptcy, and we talk about condemned properties. I'll share those with you in detail today so you will understand how you can, right after this call, take action, find an abandoned property or research something in bankruptcy and figure out whether you want to do with those or condemned properties to be able to start your investment exercise. Now, abandoned properties, they're all through your neighborhoods. You can drive periodically, walk periodically, and you will see them. Those are the properties that have papers all over the porch. It's overrun by brush, hedges, fences, windows broken, shutters are missing. Generally, you know the house is abandoned. There's nobody living there unless they're squatters. Now, if you see a property of that nature, simply stop, slow down long enough to get the address of the property and the street is on, and whether it's an abandoned property or condemned property or a property in bankruptcy, you have to do the research. You would then go to the county or register deeds, wherever that property is located. You would identify the owner through the research process, looking it up by address online. Once you find the owner, then you can contact the owner. The owner may live in the neighborhood or on an abandoned property. He or she may be out of town. Once you discover the address is usually on the city tax records. You would search both records, both the county records for the ownership and current address, and you would confirm that with a search of the public records in the city, the tax assessor's office, and usually you can get the direction or address information for the owner between those two resources. If it's not available there, then there are other resources that you could use to be able to identify, track the owner's address and telephone numbers, and we can share that with you in another session. But the bottom line is we want you to get started right away in the exciting process of real estate investing, and the way to do that is by finding properties that you can acquire for that purpose, which would be renovation or resale in order to generate profits for you and your family. Now, in addition to the many years that we've spent fine-tuning our skills so we can be sharing them with you in a very passionate fashion, there's a lot more information that we can share and will share. However, the timing has to be right. We have some events coming up that we want to share with you. This evening, Holiday Inn in Dedham, 55 Ariadne Street, there is a New England Real Estate Group meetup, and we'll meet there from 7 to 8 o'clock. If you're coming, be on time. We want to respect the time that others put in this business, and as in any business, time is money, and it's very valuable, so we don't want to waste it. The second thing that I'll tell you is there will be more information coming as it relates to a big event we have on June 24th, also at the Holiday Inn. Invite your friends, let them know about the event. There'll be a lot more information shared at that event. But the bottom line is we want you to be able to get the information, take action with the information, and start bringing profits to your family, revenue to your families. In addition to the events that we have, one of the things that are likely to happen is we have questions. And if you have questions, we'll be happy to answer those questions for you. You probably want to send those questions to facebook.com/REI Wealth Coach. Again, that's facebook.com/REI Wealth Coach, WEALTH COACH. And REI is intended, that means real estate investment or investor. So you have REI Wealth Coach, and if you send your questions to that site, we'll be able to provide answers to you as appropriate, or create frequently answered questions. If we get your information, we'll respond, and we'll also send tips periodically, 2 or 3 tips that will help you to move forward with your real estate investing activity. In addition to the information I just shared with you about abandoned properties and finding owners, as well as opportunities therein, let's talk about bankruptcy for a minute. Many people file bankruptcy, and many of those bankruptcy filings have homes in it. Oftentimes, properties are tied up in bankruptcy for a while, but the owners can get a relief from stay, and so can the lenders get a relief from stay of execution to be able to dispose of property, get the bankruptcy permission. And if you are doing diligent research and the property meets the box criteria that you would identify, you don't want to be emotional. It either fits in the box that you create or it does not. The bottom line is, as you gain experience, you might be able to make other judgments. But right now, as you start, everything must fit in a certain framework in order to make it feasible for you. If you leave that box, it's likely financially it might not work out the way you want to work out. And we provide directions and coaching to help you to succeed in this area. So there are lots of pieces that make this business exciting, profitable, and a great resource to participate in. It can be considered a fun sport too, because I think of it as a sport. There are many competitors that I play in the field with, and they make it very exciting because we're bidding against each other. But sometimes it's essential to understand partnerships work. And partnerships are something that we will discuss at length going forward. And there's a part that we'll discuss this evening. It's called Partnerships for Progress and Profits. So we'll discuss that at length this evening at the meetup at 55 Ariadne Street in Dedham. That's the Dedham Holiday Inn near Legacy Mall, Bamboo Restaurant, or these are not commercial message or endorsements, but by way of direction, you'll be able to find the location where the meetup is this evening, and we look forward to seeing you there. Now, one of the questions we've had is why individual meetups? And individual meetups helps groups in certain areas to bond and to be able to support each other. We can meet on the telephone, but it's very difficult to build relationships on the telephone in terms of real estate, because real estate is a person-to-person business, and we want you to be able to benefit from the one-on-one experience that you will have and the interactions you will have with people in your group. It's a source of support, it's a reinforcement for your I-days, and it's a way to be able to find resources that are not outside of the scope of your ability by sharing, talking, and working with others. Now, for now, I'm going to leave you with those thoughts, that information. We talked about abandoned properties. We talked about properties in bankruptcy. And the last thing that I'll leave you with is properties that are condemned. Condemned, but not necessarily in receivership. Receivership is another level after the property is condemned. A city condemns a property before it goes into receivership, generally speaking. But if you catch a property in the condemnation process, then you can talk to any city or town inspectional services department. They have a list of properties that are having code violations, may or may not be empty. If you find the ones that are empty and you identify the owners through the process we talked about earlier, you can go right to work on identifying properties that you can immediately turn into cash for you and your family. And we will talk to you about providing the resources to do that. We can provide the funding, 100% funding, no credit, no assets, no income required. Isn't that a great deal? Don't have to have anything of your own, just identify the property. We'll provide 100% funding, and you can acquire the property. And again, that's another way to bring revenue home to your family. We're going to leave you with that. I don't want to overload you now. It was a pleasure talking to you. Look forward to seeing you this evening at the New England meetup event at the Holiday Inn. And also, we want you to mark your calendar for June 24th at the same location. It's an all-day event from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You have lots of things on home ownership, on investing, and an opportunity to meet with lenders and funders that will provide that 100% financing for your transactions. Until we speak again, we'll be on Facebook Live again tomorrow. I'll bring you some more updates, some more tidbits of information that can help you to build your business. And keep following us on Facebook, and we'll be able to, if you follow us, we'll know that we need to share these thoughts with you to help you to be successful in your real estate investing career. We'll talk soon again. Look forward to speaking with you later this evening. We'll be on live tonight again about 7:30, and we'll see you there. 7:30 p.m. this evening during our New England meetup event. You have a great day. We'll talk soon.